Inside I heard the trumpets call, a salute to the champions on the wall. And in the jazz of squalls and in passion brawls she danced.
Volt, you've ripped the thing open.
I'm going to stick my head in.
All right. It's a room that's about maybe 7 feet tall. It's full of what looks like air conditioning units and stuff like that. You see, this is where all the vents are coming from.
Was it loud when I ripped it open?
Yeah, it's pretty loud. Okay. You see a door off to the side. The room's not real well lit. You're mainly getting your light from the hole you just tore in the thing. But you do see a light switch by the door. But this looks like kind of like the air conditioning room is what you're thinking.
Okay. Can I stealth?
You don't see anybody in there.
Can I stealth again?
Yeah, sure.
Do I need to make an alertness check to see if I see anybody or not?
No, there's nobody in here. Okay. They wouldn't have a guard in the air conditioning room. I mean, if somebody steals their air conditioner, they're going to be real upset, but they'll be fine.
It's a 4 stealth this time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the guard's invisible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then it'd be a problem.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm going to sneak towards the door and open it just a little bit to peek out and see what's in the hallway.
You open the door, peek out. The door is locked, and so but it's locked from this side, okay? And so you're able to open it, and there's a keyhole on the other side and stuff like that. So you open it up, and you're on this catwalk way up in the air. Metal railing on your right, big concrete wall to the left. Catwalk's about maybe 2 feet wide. Runs straight ahead of you, and then turns, after about 60 feet, turns to the right. And then kind of disappears out of your vision. You're in this huge central chamber. It's maybe 100 feet to the floor. Probably about 80 feet to the floor. Okay, and the floor is this big open area. Give me a lore check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
You got a little bit of lore, don't you?
Yeah, I got 1.
One's not bad.
I never can tell what to roll a dice. I got a 3 total.
Oh, good. Okay. Somebody's built a hinge. Like a stone hinge.
Oh.
In the middle of this
giant door hinge.
In the floor.
What? Yeah. No, it's literally like 80 feet below you. There's this stone hinge. And so you're like, what is going on here?
Like, okay, good.
Yeah, it's got, the big stone lintels, and it looks kind of ruined, like it's not new, but like it was maybe brought here from somewhere.
So it looks like it was brought here, not that it was already here and
right.
built around it.
Well, because it's on concrete floor, so yeah. I mean, yeah.
So somebody airlifted this thing out.
Right, and then built it or something.
David Savage.
You see up against the wall what looks like, and this is not in the hinge, this is probably about 20, 30 feet from the hinge. You can see what looks like metal cages. They're maybe 6 feet tall, maybe 20 feet long, and there's about 6 people in them. Most of them are kind of curled up against the wall in the fetal position, lying there very still. One guy's kind of sitting in the corner, kind of rocking like this. He seems kind of oblivious to the rest of the world. But most of them are just kind of curled up in fetal positions. They don't look good.
Okay.
Sitting in the middle of the hinge is what looks like, I don't know, a young girl. Maybe 12, 13 years old. She's got kind of short cropped blonde hair, and she's sitting there in a lotus position, kind of with her eyes closed and just, got her hands like this.
How much time do I have left in the round? Because I know we're in combat rounds, so...
Yeah, well, it depends on what you want to do.
I'd like to gracefully and stealthily float, kind of like glide almost, down and drop onto the cages.
Your idea is to be very quiet, right?
Yes, I don't want to disturb the girl in the middle, because she sounds like a witch from Left 4 Dead 2, and they hurt.
Yes.
And I'm going to try to, I guess, find the less crazy looking person in the cage and ask them what's going on?
Give me a stealth check. You're definitely going to need that.
Okay. Not quite as good. I guess I'm just gonna go with a 3.
Okay. You kind of gently glide down to the cage and land on top of it. Big metal bars, kind of like smaller cross-hatched, I wouldn't say chicken wire, but that cross fencing that's got little 1-inch squares on tops and sides. There's a door in one end. You kind of stealthily slip off the top towards where you can get close to, I guess, one of the people that's lying in the corner. The guy who's rocking quietly in the corner is just completely out of it. He has, his eyes closed. Yeah. You even think you see a little bit of drool out of his mouth. You lean down to the person and give me just a regular roll.
Okay. Nil.
No. You lean down to her, and it's woman. She's maybe in her 20s, dark hair, but it's all matted now. The clothes she's wearing like a t-shirt, jeans. She smells like she's been here for a while.
Look human?
Yeah, she looks human. Yeah, she looks human.
Okay.
But she smells like she's been here for a while. You smell, sweat, other bodily functions that are just all over her. I mean, that's when you really start to smell that these people have been here for a while and they haven't been let go to the toilet. Okay, or they have been going, but not anywhere good. Most of them look like they kind of. You can see that they, peed all over themselves and stuff like that, and a lot of them are really out of it. You kind of lean down to this woman and say, "Hey, what's going on?" And she just kind of goes, "No, no, 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 no." And then her eyes snap open and she looks at you and she says, "No, it's not my fault. It's not my fault." She starts getting louder. "It's not my fault. It's not my fault." And so you're kind of going, "Shh." And she's going, "It's not my fault. It's not my fault." At which point you hear from a speaker up on the wall go, "Please stay away from the captives. You're disturbing them."
I'm going to slink back into the shadows.
Okay. That's going to require a stealth check.
Another one. You can do it! Another 3.
Okay. You slip back into the shadows. There's a lot of shadows. I mean, the only place that's really lit up well is the hinge. And the little girl who's in the middle of it. And you start to slip back into the shadows, and I am going to need a discipline check.
Okay. I got something for this. I'm going to tag the aspect survival of the fittest.
Okay.
To give me a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Which will give me a 3 total.
Okay. You start sliding into the shadows, and all of a sudden you start to go, I don't think I'm going to be good enough to just get out of here. I know that they've seen me. I think they're coming for me. And so then you start realizing, this is what my dad kicked me out for. He doesn't want me around because I'm a failure. I don't even know why. And so you start, you kind of get into the shadows and just, you're bombarded with this sense of the fact that you were never good enough. That's why your father got rid of you. He's probably got some other woman who can make him a real son who's worthwhile. And you're just kind of rolling in this self-loathing, and you're like, I just need to stop. And at some point, you just kind of sit down in the corner and kind of curl up like this. You've taken a 2 stress mental hit.
Jesus,
okay.
With a 3?
Yeah.
2 stress mental?
Mm-hmm. And let's go back out to where everybody else is. Okay, so you stopped, you grabbed his gun, we're back up to 3s. He has not made any moves. He's gotten this kind of snarky grin on his face because he says that he's got more people on the way. So now we're to 2s with the people that are out there.
I am going to look for the ingresses and see where reinforcements would be coming from.
Only place looks like it's going to be from there. Unless they come in through the front door where
Okay.
you guys are.
Are we making a stand or are we making a run for it?
Well, you said make a stand. So
I think we won't get another chance now that they know we're here, but I don't want to risk anyone's life for it.
just tie up my arm. I think I'll be okay.
All right. So yeah. I guess the thing that we'll do is I'd like to get by that door up
Which one?
against the wall.
Right here?
You know, tactical style.
Right.
So that I'm behind it when they come in.
Okay. You get next to the door.
Wait, are we just gonna wait for them to come in, or do we want to try
She's
to
waiting.
go in through see if we can get through that door first to surprise them?
Up to y'all, but I'll be there.
In case somebody comes through.
Yeah, I think we should get through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all want to blast it?
You gonna try and blast it?
Yeah.
Wait, is this building made out of stone?
It is.
Boy, can I cut a door through a wall?
Well, okay. You grab your sword and say,
Or
shh, and it's crazy. It's like, you've seen the scene from the first of the Star Wars movies
Oh yeah.
where, he starts cutting
Yeah.
the big blast door open, and it's just like that. You go, shh, and it slides in like a
Bruh,
knife
I
into
should've
butter.
thought of this
And then you
forever.
push down, and just the granite starts to separate away into pieces from this door.
Just
and
slice
God.
them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it takes you maybe about, I don't know, maybe a half a minute to get to the bottom, and you kind of step out of the way, and the door goes clang and falls forward, okay? So that was in 2. Now, when that happens, behind the door, you see what's assembled is what looks like 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6 people, okay? They are in full combat gear. They look like they have automatic weapons, something like assault weapons. No, I'm sorry. They look like they're carrying automatic weapons. And yeah, they look pretty serious. So that was in 2. I'll let them go in probably 1 because you just knocked the door out. So in 2, you can go as well.
So the door's down.
It just fell. Yeah. So one of the doors is open. Yeah.
So can I use the kinetic and then just kind of shove it at them?
You can try. As it starts to fall, you could do
Yeah, I
that.
just want to kind of push
Yeah,
it
give me
towards them.
Give me a discipline check. Yeah.
Cheers.
You doing your road spell, or are you going to amp it up a little more power? Heavy door, you may want to amp it up.
Probably ramp it.
Let's strength 7. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now that's going to give you a 2 stress hit
yeah.
from that, and then let's see where we are.
Okay.
Strength you need to hit a 7 with your discipline check.
See what attack it aspect. Because I got a 5 right now.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's -2.
Yeah. Let's see.
Call on the strength of the autumn night.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Sure, but oh wait, I'm sorry. You don't have to give me a fate point for
I
that.
said it's just your abilities.
Oh, no.
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 Oh, that's right.
He's got a patron. Anytime you call on a patron's help, you always owe him a favor. You know.
In my world.
Yeah.
Yep. So you kind of you start to see the power going out, and you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. I am the autumn night, and all of a sudden it's like this swell of energy and power and cold air blasts out from you and hits the door and slams it back. They're gonna have to make athletics checks. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, that's great. That's good.
First athletics check. Let's see, that's even. I'm gonna let you get the first 2 guys, honestly. Let's see. So that was their athletics. Okay, that's only 4. So he got hit for a 3 stress hit. Okay. Yeah, armor's not gonna help really with that. When throwing a door at somebody, Kevlar is not going to be that big of a stress. Okay, so that was a -1. He takes a 5 stress hit, which he doesn't have. He'll have to take a minor consequence, and then a 3. Okay. All right. So you slam the door back at them. It goes twisting, spinning through the air. A couple of the guys kind of dodge out of the way, but the 2 front guys get hit by the door. Knocks one of them kind of off his down to one knee as he kind of rolls out of the other way. The other guy, it smacks him hard across the chest and knocks him prone. And he's like, oh! The other... How many people did I say? Okay, so
5.
the other 3 people are not hit by the door, however. Okay. All right, so that was in 2s. Any other 2s? Jody, were you a 1 or 2?
That was a 3.
Oh, you didn't go yet. I'm sorry. You're supposed to go in. You can
wait.
go now as well.
Never mind, I lied. I'm not.
You're a 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm a 2. I
Yeah.
lied.
So you can go as well. He shoves the door past them, okay, or into these 2 guys. Knocks one down.
Would my casting be affected with the arm injury? Or can
No.
I still do it with the pain? Okay.
No, absolutely.
Then I'm going to do my...
Probably can draw
I'm
from
gonna,
the pain.
I'm gonna hit them with a big blast of air to knock them down.
Okay, so you're doing your tornado rope,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
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 All right.
Wow.
Can I take the aspect no mercy now since they shot me?
Sure.
Or I was shot?
Yeah, you want to re-roll, I assume.
You don't just want to add
I mean,
plus
There's
2?
that too, yeah.
Yeah, let's add +2.
Oh, that's better.
There you
At
go.
least even. So what'd you get?
That's a good roll in my book.
Discipline check.
5.
5. Okay, so they got to do athletics checks. Okay.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Oops.
Even if it's ones.
All right, so that guy's good. That guy's not going to make
I
it.
just know that both of y'all have a 5 for discipline.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Ooh, that guy made it. Okay.
I have only 1 5. It's craftsmanship.
All right.
Really just believe
So
it.
you
Craft them.
you throw the tornado at them, right? And what you see is one of the guys in the back sees the air come towards him, and he does this. And you notice he's doing counter movements to you, and your wind spell goes poof.
Great.
Yep. So he seems to have countered you. All right.
Fine.
They have a wizard in there.
They do. All right. So
We have a
that's also 2. I hope you have a Hulk. All right. In 2, the other 2 guys, or the other guys are going to shoot at you. Who's in front? That's going to be you 2 guys.
It's currently wrapped up
Let's
with
see.
Yeah.
Let's go with the first gentleman, who is redheaded. Not that you can tell. Practical guy. Oh my goodness. He got a roll athletics if you're dodging. Hang on. This one's at you.
The combined Hulk version.
Super strength.
Now remember, you also have a badge that gives you 2 armor once per session.
Gotcha.
So
And I
yeah.
also have some kind of shirt that's got armor 1 on it.
Ah, that's right. You can use one or the other. I don't think they stack.
Exactly,
Yeah. That would be cool if they did that. Right.
+2.
+2. All right. That's with your athletics.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, okay. So he gets guns. Okay, that's a 6. He beats you by 4. He is using an AK-47, so that's a 7 strength hit. What do you want to do?
Oh my god.
Well, I guess I'll just take it. I mean,
Okay, take a minor
Minor
consequence,
consequence,
so and which can be bullet to the arm or
yeah.
leg, or let's do leg since you did arm. So bullet to the thigh.
How many are up that still have guns?
5.
Where's,
And then you take a
I
1
thought
stress
there were
hit.
5
Yeah.
people and 2 got knocked down.
Yeah. Well, they're still can attack. They just
Okay.
got knocked down. That's what it is.
where's my bodyguard in all this?
Right?
He goes in 2 as well. All right. The other guy is shooting at Jody.
He only has a problem with
Right.
people aggressively
Am I
coming at you
able
with a
to
cell phone.
pull my umbrella up, or would that be? a
Yeah. No, you
different
can
action?
have your umbrella. Okay.
Bullets are fine.
Let's see. So he got a
Look at
plus
this.
3.
We're giving
Make
you
an
tiny
athletics
pieces
check,
of
Joe.
metal as offerings.
What'd you get for athletics?
0.
Okay, so you're taking a strength 6 hit. What's your armor on your weapon?
Armor 3.
Okay, so you take a strength 3 hit. So
So I'll have to take severe, right? Or
no.
can I
This
take
is
mild
stress.
with
This is stress. This is just stress.
Well, she's already
Yes.
marked out a 3 from last
Then you have to
time,
take the
7.
4. So mark out your stress 4 spot.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
All right.
I better put checks in there.
The next guy is going to shoot. Okay, this is Will Smith. He's blonde. Ooh, wow. He's going to shoot at you. He got a.
Give me
Make your
your
athletics check.
Let me touch your dice.
My pink dice. They're not even my cute ones.
0.
Okay, a 0.
You have your badge still?
He's going to have to use it.
Yeah.
You're taking a strength 9 hit.
Damn.
Okay.
Should we
yeah.
go?
Yep.
So I'll get my badge, so I'll knock it down
To 7. Right.
And then that's all I got, right?
You can take a. You took a major, or you took a
Yeah, so that's be
moderate consequence. You can take.
I took a mild last time, so
Oh, you took a mild last time.
it was mild or moderate. That I took last time.
But okay. You got hit for 7 last time. Is that right?
Hit for
5.
5.
Okay, so you took the moderate one. What stress? What physical stress things do you have left?
I have 2 and 3 open.
Okay, so take a 2 stress hit. I'm sorry. No, a 3 stress hit. Sorry. And then a mild consequence, which you can take as grazed or whatever, something like that. Okay. Now, at any time when you're taking damage, remember you can decide to be taken out, which means you no longer fight anymore, but you're not going to die, and you're taken out on your terms. That can be, and that you run out of the building, and are no longer in the fight. So anytime you're afraid, you have to do that before you. Well, you have to do that when the damage, but before you start, putting it on your sheet.
Yeah.
So if you want to be taken out, you can do that way. If you don't, if you run out of stresses and stuff like that, then you get taken out on their terms, which means they can do with you what they want.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So, do you have to do that on your turn?
No. Well, you're still up. You don't have to be taken out, but
I was thinking about for my character.
All right, Jody. What is your?
Too late.
Okay. You need to roll athletics, sweetie.
That's good.
3.
3. Okay. You beat him. He
Thank
missed. All right. Now, Swift's turn. All right. Swift reaches around and unzips that bag, flings it, and the little case comes flying off, and he's got this rifle. Okay. And he.
I thought it was a sword.
No. And he shoots one of the guys. Oops. Ooh.
Oh, we've affected him already.
I know, right?
No, you asked to touch his dice, so what you did?
I never did. He didn't give them to me.
Just the mere
Alright.
threatening
Yeah.
them made them quiver in their silicon.
All right. And unfortunately, it seems like he misses. So there you go. All right. So that was in 2s. 1.
I'm a 1.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. You're number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You
quick
haven't
recap.
gone yet either, have you?
I'm on 2.
Okay. So let me get her first. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So what I'm gonna do? We're retreating. Yes.
I'm planning on it when it's.
All right. I'm going to pull out the gun that I got from the guard, and I'm going to, if this is allowed, because I remember doing this during the graveyard scene. I want to lay down suppressive fire as a
Okay.
block so that they can retreat.
Right. Okay. So
Nice.
let's make. You're gonna have to use guns to do that.
Yeah, I have weapons 5,
It's
and
guns
gun
what we're
is
looking- 0, I guess.
Something
plus
separate.
1 on the. Wait, weapons don't apply to any weapon?
No, weapons are like handheld weapons. It's a
Guns is a
separate.
separate
It's
thing.
guns. Yes.
But you don't really have to have
Ew.
skill
Okay,
to
okay,
just
okay.
shoot it. And well, maybe you do.
Well,
That's why I
well,
have
just trying
guns
to
3
do a
and weapons
block.
2.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I could just do a block with my sword, but that's like gonna work in this scenario.
You charge in.
Now that being said, You could also probably try and flip the desk up between you and them. Which, if you do something like that, then
I have an athletics of +3. Would that
let's
help?
do that. Let's use athletics for your block because you're trying to keep them from shooting them, and so really, yeah. So okay, do athletics real quick, and that'll be your block.
Well, it's 3.
Okay. All right. So they have to beat a strength 3 attack. If they don't, then it hits the
Can
desk.
I?
Tag an aspect for.
We're not losing anyone today.
That's a good one.
And
Okay.
give myself a +2 to make it a 5.
That'll be a 5 block. That's a pretty good block. Okay. All right. So now it's your turn. Sorry.
Yeah, so quick recap. She slices part of the stone wall, the thing falls in, he connect blasts into it, and then a
Hail of gunfire.
hail of
comes out,
gunfire
right.
and whatnot come out the other thing. Start doing magic spells, then nothing happens, and
She's picked up the desk and shoved it in front of the opening now.
right.
A little concerned with the bullets
Right.
flying out. Yes.
Yeah, I was still at this door. Yeah, that's
You could yell retreat.
I think it's time to go.
Not a bad call. All right.
Shoot a text to Volt. We're
Can-
leaving. It's go time for real. It's
Yeah.
leave
Time to go.
Since there is a hole in the wall, can I see anyone from where I am?
Yeah. There are 4 guys in tactical gear, and then there's 5 people in tactical gear. Excuse me. Yeah, as in like kind of not full riot gear, but bulletproof vests.
Of the
that
people I see,
They're more probably military related than we are.
can I see what type of weapons they have on them?
stuff. Yes, they look like AK-47s, standard kind of submachine guns kind of things.
Nice. Multiple of them.
Yes. Well, they each have 1.
That's awful.
Yeah, and pistols.
Yeah.
Then sure, the most obvious one, whichever one is the most center, whichever one is the closest,
easiest target.
and it's gonna be like,
You're just shooting.
it's time to leave.
You gonna shoot at him? All right.
Yep.
Make me a guns check.
Man,
What'd you get?
I got a +1, but can I read part of my backstory real quick to make sure this actually applies? No, it doesn't. Can I just tag I'm an opportunist? Because I just want to do this as we're leaving.
Yeah, absolutely. That's opportunist. That's an opportunist move. Okay.
And
So that gives you a what?
That stat refresher.
I kind of want to just re-roll this.
Okay, go for it.
See
Yeah,
what we get.
sure.
Alright, so 3.
Okay. You shoot at him. Don't seem to connect with the guy. Maybe it's because the angle's bad, or
Yeah.
just it's kind of a hard shot right now. And you begin leaving. I assume the rest of you are leaving as well.
Yeah.
All right. You begin heading out of the building. The guys in the doorway stop shooting when they see that you're leaving, and kind of start checking on the guys who got hit by the door. They also head out kind of around the corner to check on the guy that you had sorted, who is still, remember, sitting in the corner in the other room. And so you guys head out towards the van, pile into the van. No sign of Volt.
I don't want to call him because his phone rings. That could give away his position. But I'm going to send him another text message and hope that he's got it on silent and be like, "Are you okay? Where are you at? We're in the van."
Give me another discipline check.
Wait, are we not still in combat?
No.
I don't get to go around 3?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, is this turn 3 discipline check?
Yeah.
Okay. Same one as last time.
What'd you get?
I got a 2 so far, but 3 didn't do shit for me, so I'm not gonna spend anything for it.
Yeah. No. You're falling. I mean, you look around you and you think the lights are going out in the area. They just start to gradually fade and flicker, and the little girl disappears.
Yeah.
All you want to do is just curl up into this cold, dark corner and just hope nobody notices you, because obviously you're not important. And so you take another stress 2 hit.
Do I still get to do? Oh, after this hit, do I get to do anything? Then?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
So I'll take a 3 because I can't take a 2.
Right.
I'm going to spear the girl in the middle and grapple her.
You can't see her is the problem. She
Why
kind
not?
of disappeared as you were over there.
She's
So
still not in the center.
you gonna run towards her?
I'm going to fly toward the center.
Okay, make me a. Is that not athletics? It's a fists when you grapple.
Yeah, or something like that. It's
Okay.
a might.
Okay,
both the
look at
same
might
thing.
check. Yeah.
Or I'll do fist for grappling, so I can
Okay.
amplify my might. I mean, amplify my fist.
Mhm.
I can amplify my fist by might.
Yeah, that'd be better. There you go.
Words are hard. Jeez. I got a 4.
All right, you run towards where she is, okay? And the light's still kind of shining on her, and you reach out for her as this last bit of light goes out, and you dive at where she is, and you pass through nothing. And you hear this kind of laughter go, can't even handle a little girl. And you're pretty sure it's your dad's voice. And you just kind of fall to the ground, and you just roll over to the side until you think you feel your shoulder up against one of the the hinge stones, and you just kind of lay there. Give you one more action.
I'm gonna break one of the hinges,
Okay, give me a mic check.
and then if that doesn't work, I'll fly away. It's a lot better. And then I'm going to tag the aspect, I am not my father, hear me roar,
Ooh, I like that. That's perfect.
to add a +2.
That is perfect.
And so for breaking things, +5 is 8, +1 is 9, 9 + 2 is 11 to break this hinge.
Okay, very good. Give me another discipline check real quick, okay?
Oh, God. And then my brain became soup.
Not yet. Not yet. Remember, you've got mental consequences as well, too.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Well, that's a 0.
Okay. That's not good.
Yeah.
What you're going to take is a strength 7 mental hit.
Okay.
But remember, you can choose instead to be taken out on your terms. Which means you could fly out and get away, you know.
Well, can I just take a -6 severe and 1 mental?
You could.
Now, if all the stresses are boxed out, what
Right.
does that mean?
If you
They're
take
gonna
another
run
hit,
anyways?
you're going to go unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying you might want to go ahead and say, I'm just going to take myself out at this point and get out of here. Which I think is what you're planning to do anyway.
Will not be passed out,
No, you would be
Anything
like...
like
leaving the scene.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. What am I doing then?
Okay, so you take a 1 stress hit and then a
6 severe.
yeah. What do we want to make this mental consequence be? We're going to call it worthless. Okay. All right. You push this hinge, okay, and at first nothing moves, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't even move this stupid rock. And then you hear this kind of soft grating, and you think you've rocked it just enough that you hear that there's kind of a something above it starts to sway, and you dive and roll out of the way as one of the lintel stones falls to the ground. Okay, wham! There's this huge noise. Bam! Dust, everywhere. And when the dust, goes up, you're kind of like, okay, I can get out of here. Mm-hmm. And so you shoot towards the ceiling, and to the door.
Okay. Yeah. To the door.
You go ahead.
No. Yeah. To the door.
To the door. You just kind of barely furl your wings enough to get in the door, and then grab the thing and lever yourself out. Okay.
I'm gonna fly towards the van, like, open the back door.
You see you see Volt come swooping down from the top of this building. He's not so much swooping as hurtling. He's almost falling. Okay, falling with style, but almost. You open the back door of the van, and he kind of crashes into the van a bit and rolls up against the back seats, and he's just shivering. You've never seen Volt like this. I mean, Volt is always the kind of the cocky, devil may care, nothing can handle me. He rolls into the corner, and it's kind of weird. You've got this blanket in there that, has like the tire iron and the spare tire on it. He grabs this kind of greasy blanket and pulls it over like that. And then, it doesn't even bother to shut the doors. And you take off, the doors kind of go, boom, boom, and then shut, and, somebody reaches out, and you guys take off, okay? All right. Where are you headed?
Hospital?
Yeah, gunshot.
I want to make sure we're not being followed wherever
I
we're
don't
going.
care. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, right.
And we'll just...
It doesn't seem to... Well, okay. Give me a driving check. Well, are you driving? You're driving.
He's driving.
Okay, give me a driving check real quick. See if you're
I'm
being
trying
shot.
to imagine Swift's face.
Yeah.
They
I
won't
have
on the
one.
top.
Okay. You don't think you're being followed?
Shot.
Actually, Swift is really upset because he has allowed the Autumn Knight to be hurt. He's very unhappy with himself.
I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, and he's kind of like, he's like, look, let me go in and teach these guys a lesson. I can take them. You're
you can.
pretty sure you
Yeah,
can.
you can, yeah.
I mean, but he seems pretty upset. He says, look, the Autumn King can help you with your wounds. I promise.
Okay.
And so, but we should get back to Audubon Park.
Yeah.
Listen to the man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we can at least report to Lou what we
Right.
know.
Now, remember, there is a bridge to take across. Actually, I think instead of just the ferry, I just dawned on me that I think the Huey P. Long Bridge goes over there.
That's scary too. But
Yeah. So you could drive across instead of taking the ferry if you want. It's going to be a little out of the way. You're not really sure. Ferry, bridge.
I might as well take the ferry.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think those
like
guys are
okay, or is he just like out of it?
Are you going to go to the back of the van and check on him?
I don't know. You want to check on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
He's just, I mean, he's not okay. He just seems really upset, unhappy. He's not okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna take out the rosary and just do like a little prayer for him right now. I have an ability called Holy Touch, but I don't know that it affects anything in this. It's generally to be used as a weapon against other.
No, not so much this.
And but I'm just
Repent.
this is more of a for flavor roleplay thing.
Give me a
5 Hail
rapport
Marys.
check. Well, I'll tell you what. No, give me a conviction check. I like that better.
Okay.
Because you got that.
I do got that. Well, it's -2, so
What's
I
the
still
wrong
have
door?
a 3.
Do what? What'd you get?
A 3.
All rolls have been
You're Volt, you're lying in the back, kind of behind the seats, and you see Miranda kind of climb over the seats, and she sits down by you. She pulls out her rosary and starts kind of praying, and something about her praying over you kind of breaks through what you're hearing, what your self-talk is going on, and so you're kind of like, okay, something attacked me back there, something got inside my head, so. What that allows you to do, because you took a severe consequence, right?
Yes.
Right. It's no longer worthless. Now because you're starting to heal from it.
Okay.
It's now confidence shattered. Okay.
And speaking along these same lines, I grab the couple little Healy potion vial things that I got. And it's kind of like, while driving, I was like, this helps.
Just like down.
Well, we can go ahead and say that you're at the ferry now, and you kind of pulled up. And what that means is that now that you started to heal, then it'll that this severe consequence is gone. Lasts for the next scenario after recovery starts. So basically, when we finish this mission, basically the beginning of the next mission, this will go away. Okay, that goes for anybody who took a strength 6 consequence. So you're going to be injured until the end of this adventure. Yeah, pretty much. But that's okay. I mean, it doesn't affect you unless somebody knows to tag that aspect. Right. That's the tricky part. So, you know, if you've got a bandage there, they might go, oh, okay, I'm going to do something and punch him in the injury, and, you know, they can tag it to get a +2. All right, so you hand them healing potions.
Yeah.
It immediately starts your wounds healing. Okay, so yours was what? Shot through the...
shot in the arm. I don't know. Is it in the bone or did it go through?
Nah, we'll just say it was a through and through.
Okay, through and through. So I'm bleeding.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Now you're going to have bandaged arm. Okay.
Okay.
So change the aspect from shot in the arm to bandaged arm. And you took one in the leg. Okay, so yours is going to be bandaged leg. Yeah. And so that shows that you started healing. Because if you don't do something to start the healing, then it takes until you start healing before you actually get to start counting. Now, remember, for a minor consequence or mild consequence, it lasts 1 scene. Okay? So the next scene that we play, halfway through it, yours is
I have
gone.
moderate. So
you have moderate.
It's going to be 2 scenes?
Did you take mild?
I had mild and a mild.
Oh, so the mild one, you're grazed, okay? And so that one we'll just say... scabbed over, you know, or something like that. And so at the end of the next scene, your scabbed over one is gone. Moderate lasts until the end of the next session. Right. So after the next session, you know, I think it moves. Does it move up to a mild? I think it moves up to a mild. Nah, I think it just goes away. Yeah, it just goes away. Anyway. So that's where we are on that. So, okay, you're on the ferry. You've handed out the healing potions. I think that causes moderates to become mild. Is that what we've done before?
I believe so.
So that means it'll only last for 1 more scene. So your moderate wounds are now mild wounds when he hands you the healing potions. So change those from moderate to mild.
You got any mental potions?
Yeah. I'm a good psychologist.
Thank you, though.
No problem. Do my best.
Yep.
Do my best friend.
So that'll take one more scene and
spirit,
then
I'm
they're
here
gone,
for the
right?
body of mechanical means.
So when we play next time, basically at the beginning of the next
Between the
scene,
two
your
of us, we'll take
wounds
care
will
of
be gone. You'll still have a mild, but that's not so bad yet.
Right.
All right, so you're kind of sitting on the van and you're kind of drinking your potions, and probably Swift has a thermos of coffee that he's handing around, and so you know you're kind of hanging out there. What next?
I think we need to confirm notes because we don't know what happened with him.
I'm storming to the tree and launching
And then we're going
assault
to the
on the
Audubon.
compound.
On the tree? No.
No, I'm storming the tree, banging on the gate, saying we're gonna kill these motherfuckers.
Rousing the...
Okay.
Yeah, rousing
So we
the
go
troops.
to
We
the
found the
Audubon
source.
Zoo.
Okay. I wasn't
Rally
sure.
the
He was
troops.
like, I'll storm to the tree. It was like,
All right, so
Hey, I can't kill these guys.
all right, you get to the Audubon Park,
Yeah.
and
I was like, wait, what?
you head towards Lou's tree, and Lou steps out, and he sees, and he looks at Swift, and he says, "You are not protecting the Autumn Night." And he says, "I know. I'm sorry. I was not up to the task. They were much stronger and faster than I realized. They had they had guns and automatic weapons, and it was bad." And the Autumn King goes, "Swift, you have to protect the Autumn Night. We cannot lose the Autumn Mantle." And so he says. Then he turns towards you and he says, "Seems like your wounds are healing nicely. At least it wasn't grievous wounds." And
Be more careful.
and he looks at you and he says, "I see that you have started to hold up your end of the bargain with us. Thank you. I hope. Is there anything I can do to help you?"
Remove my... Never mind. Yeah.
Volt is visibly steaming at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... we broke into this building. I'm not sure... well, we didn't break. We got into a building. We believe there was vampires in there. Not sure yet. I got shot. He got shot too.
Did you feel like
Security
I was about to ask. Like,
I was about to
if
So
Like
we had to
she's
leave,
done.
and I'm not sure what's happened to him, but I know that
I'm
Miranda
gonna
was talking to him for a while.
Hmm?
I'm gonna pipe and say they had a Stonehenge in the middle of this facility with a girl with short blonde hair harmonizing.
Give me an investigation check.
Stop it.
put me at
Well, that's nice.
a 1.
Okay. Fair. It says a hinge, like from the old country, and from, he says,
Looks like it was transported there, not built. I broke it.
well, hinges can do a lot of different things. Most of the time, they're used to focus or manipulate power. If this was on top of the ley line, then this could be the way that they're manipulating it to affect my people.
I'm going to say there's also a cage full of several people who look to be in despair as well.
Despair.
Rocking
What
back
do
and
these
forth crying.
people look like?
People.
I mean, do you have a general man, women, ages, etc.?
I mean, you're asking a dragon.
Most of them were most of them were young-ish, maybe 20, 30 years old. You didn't see any older people or really young people. Adults is what I would say. Yeah.
Young adults.
Did,
Like they
Missing
probably have their own
parents?
missing
section.
paranators.
Missing paranators.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You
didn't
remember
think about
hearing
that.
about a girl, blonde hair, who supposedly disappeared recently, and that one kind of sent up lots of warning flags because she was so young. Most of the missing paranators that had turned up had been adults or things along those lines, but this was a young girl. She was like 12, 13.
Hera, 12-year-old
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, and she
Maybe minor
went-
talent.
everybody was really worried about that because she was the first
Possibly
kid to
see a bit
disappear.
into the future.
Yeah. And so you did
Did you
see...
say that out loud?
Yeah,
Sure.
probably, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
now
it's-
I know how to nail this. That's why she wasn't there when I tried to grab her, because she could see me trying to grab her.
You should have grabbed 12-year-old girls, man. It's not
Yeah,
cool.
it's not-
Yeah.
I was going to kill her. Does that make it better?
Somehow it does.
Possibly
Slightly
not.
better.
Yeah. But yeah, he
As
says,
long as you're intent.
well, that explains it. This
Yes.
building
tear
that you
gas.
found must be the source of what's
That's
destroying
fast.
the ley line. And he says, so obviously the frontal assault didn't work. So
In all fairness, I didn't realize it was a frontal assault until it was.
well, it was.
It was a-
Initially, it was not.
It was a very
Initially, it
not
was like
fun-
Covert,
an
yes.
infiltrate kind of covert,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
some
But then
information
they-
out.
Then they
and then-
made
Was.
us, and he basically called us out
But
and knew that we
Things
had a
went
wizard.
pear-shaped.
Yeah.
quickly.
And
Yeah, they attacked my weakness.
at that point, they
That
would have
fair enough.
known before we came back, and that they would have been ready for us.
So it's a defense contractor. So
So you need to hit them somewhere where they're not expecting.
The stock
Right.
market.
The financial sector.
Well, or perhaps from underneath.
Oh,
ouch, I mean,
Huh?
the sewers.
From
Well,
the ley
we-
line itself.
No. There's no sewers in
Yeah, it's
this area, but I am the Autumn King. I have lots of dwarves, and they like to dig things.
oh,
Dwarves are a thing. Miranda fully says because she's never met a dwarf.
Well, yeah.
Dwarves are my favorite. Like Gimli. Do you
Well,
have a Gimli-like one?
more along the line,
Gimli-like
more along the
one.
lines of Snow White and the Seven. But yes, okay.
You got a dot?
And well, now be careful what you say around dwarves. They
Oh, they do- are they
tend to
offended
like
by that?
human women a lot.
Oh. Human women might like them. I don't know.
Get you some seven dwarves, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
a one dwarf kind of girl.
Okay.
Well,
but he says, but if your thought is to go in underneath, I am sure that you're the Autumn Knight. You need only command, and the dwarves will assist you.
well, I didn't know about this one. I keep on learning a lot of stuff about this
Yeah.
thing first few days.
You're like a...
Yeah.
You have like
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, I need a book maybe so I can write. I'm not gonna read that.
And a castle.
Um,
I can read that.
You're like, I need a book. I'm not gonna read it.
okay, so well, you thinking like tunnel for us to get in, or like dig underneath it so it collapses?
I'm not sure they could make the entire building collapse, but they could definitely possibly cause, if you're thinking of going in through a wall, they could definitely undermine the wall to where it collapsed and you would have a way through. Or they could also dig you a tunnel in.
your thing is like leaking from the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
where? It's like a little air pressure situation.
So, depends on what your tactic is.
know they have a lot of guns.
Well, I mean,
And they had didn't they have somebody who like canceled out your stuff?
Yeah, they did.
So they have somebody who knows magic.
they have magic users and like full tactical squad
Yeah, and so we're outgunned, and
and outwand.
But if he broke the hinge,
I'm getting a lead helmet.
but we don't have exact measurements. Ooh, but we could go to the
Like
courthouse and get the measurements of the building,
so
correct?
Lead.
And then just have the
She's a
dwarves
No, like
So,
lead.
under and destroy the hinge more.
so can somebody like turn? We have a TV around here, like the news or something, because we just had a battle in Algiers.
Nah.
I mean, I can
And-
look up Yahoo News, but
Yeah,
it'll be days before they
is
report on
there
it.
anything in the
Not
news
quite.
come up or?
There's no
That's
TV
good.
at his tree because
Okay,
you know
it's
trees.
tree.
You know, I don't envision them actually reporting it.
Probably
Well,
not.
maybe we should. Because I mean, they do have people captive, and then we
The
could
only
thing
get.
problem
is-
is, what if they have me or us on camera, and then they could flip
Yeah,
that
they
to
would-
they
a
probably-
television
they would.
station
If we take it
or a
public,
newspaper?
That would just come back on us. Also,
Okay.
we would just be putting
There were no
civilians
cameras
who are
outside
not
though, right? So
equipped
we're
to
gonna
We
deal
didn't
with
see
what
any.
they have
They don't-
going on.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about they don't have cameras inside.
Yeah.